Well, hello and good morning, night, afternoon, and whatever time zone you're in. Today we have, let's see, where was it? We got three stops to go over, see what we learned, and one TP. The stops were all on the 24th of October, and target was today, the 1st of November. Oh shit. We got no, not November, I. So, here we had the Asian range did nothing. London kill zone made some higher highs. And I was like, okay, then this is probably the manipulation part. Or at least it has to go lower because we had some smooth relative equal lows and the tops were all jagged and stuff. So I thought it would probably at least go through the equal lows, then move higher. And it did that. So the narrative was to some extent right. And now let's see how we got in. I couldn't go in the 1 minute chart because it was a little bit in the past and well, TradingView, being TradingView, didn't let me go that far into the past. So let's just follow it with my IC markets thing. Where was it now? Num 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 num. Where was it? That's the target one. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so this is here, right? Let me just, can I just delete this as well. This is a breaker, right? And let me just go back here. This was a breaker and ignoring the wicks because it was like at the 8:30, 8:30, yes. So it was impact news. What is impact news? Impactful news? I don't know. What do we say? Yeah, so the wick was because of that. So I just, if we ignore it, we can see a little breaker here. Do we have any kind of, no? Do we have this? Like from here to here to here. And this thing in the middle would be an inversion fair value gap, which did fill up. But I did not enter there because I was a bit doubtful. So where did I enter? I didn't enter there and I didn't enter. Can I just, yes, remove this. We had another fair value gap here, fair value gap here. I didn't enter there either because I wasn't yet sure if this thing is reversing or not. I had my doubts. It went, wow, that's such a nice reaction to my stop. Yeah, where I did enter was in this fair value gap. I put my stop over here, which it just hit my stop and then did whatever I wanted it to do, which was a little bit sad. But I got the narrative right, and what I learned was that not necessarily should I put my stop above a fair value gap. What I think is right is when we are in the middle of a trend or some somewhere in the middle, okay, not at the base of a trend at the reversal. I okay, let me just put it this way: when we are at the reversal, I should um, have a really big try to have a big stop so that there's room to play because I've seen a couple of examples where it would go over the fair value gap and then come back again. So if it is in a trend, I can to some extent put it above a fair value gap or like above a short-term high or something. But yeah, that's from that. That is the first one. The second one here was what was it again? Oh yes. Okay. The second one was this. Let me just pull up the trading view. So we, from the first position, we went down. We hit this relative equal low, right? Let me just see if it's that one. Oh, yeah. This, okay. Yeah. We hit this relative equal low and went above a short-term high, as you can see here. Here. Can I just, yes. Okay, well, that works. We went above it and I got in this little fair value gap here. Here, let me, here to here. I got in there. My stuff was around here, below, like not below it, but to some extent around the short-term high, short-term low, excuse me. But well, to no avail, we got stopped again. What did I learn from it? Again, I could have put my stop below this low here, or here. I meant here. Or what did I learn again? Yeah, and another thing, it would be nice to have a breaker or some other form of approval that uh, trend is reversing. Like we do have a breaker here, here, and then like at the here. What is this? Like this, but we don't have any IFVGs in here. Like it's not clean, it's not obvious, so I don't have any reason to get in here, but I did anyway. So that's the other one. Let's just see, check it at the thing here as well. It was at this position here. I got in around here, I believe. Maybe here, I don't know. But yeah, the third one was at the, oh yeah, actually, another thing that I should have mentioned was that we had another relative equal low below this one. So my narrative was it should go to that as well. I don't have any reason to get in here. It didn't have any reason to move higher from here when there's this thing over here which it could go to. It just wasn't clean and obvious, and I should just be um, trying to. I should I should be trying to get the obvious ones. Like, I'm not trying to be freaking Michael or anyone. I'm just gonna get what I can. I'm just a fisherman trying to get a little fish and get out, at least for now. The third position was after it hit this relative equal low, went above the short-term high, which made the market structure shift, and here, yes, as you can see, I mean here you have the market structure shift. Then I got in this FVG, but again, because of poor stop placement and the market being a little bitch, because even if I had put my stop over here, it would have stopped me out because of this little wick or something. Um, yeah, I stopped out, and was it Yeah, and it was in the launch time. So yeah, I shouldn't have gotten in it either. And we didn't have any breaker or something of the sort. So yeah, that's it for the three stops. So I learned stops should have a bit more space, at least in the rehearsals, because they tend to be a bit more messy. Two, it would be favorable to have a breaker or some other reversal patterns or signs before a reversal. and and I should get the ones that are pretty obvious, like the one here. That would like the very beginning here. That was really poor, but this effigy here. That would have been the best trait, if you ask me. But yeah, get the obvious ones. Now let's move to our today's trading. Let's see. Oh shit, it moved higher. Hey, let me just gray knights. Here, go. Uh, so the yellow line is the news, not the news. The 9:30 liquidity open, and okay, we had this range that market was in, and I thought if it's going anywhere, it should first break one way, then it would be going to the other end of the range, and we'll see what happens after that. And we didn't do much in London or Asian. Yeah, the Asian range and the London cool zone didn't do anything. So I waited, and the 8:30 mark, it went above the range, below the range again. So I got in at the here. Let me just not there. Yeah, here. When we went above the range, we came down. We had a market structure shift, an FVG here over here. The order block was this blue shaded box, and I got in here. I got in there, and yeah, it went pretty well right. I put my stop or this short-term low because it's a reversal and all. So I did learn from my mistake, and I well, I could have put my target or like here, but I was like, it's a wick. I'm not that sure of it, but it went to the next. What would it be? Like around here. Not only did it go through my initial target, but it went through here, around here as well. So I could have put a more, um, what's called, more riskier, to some extent, a riskier target, but I just stick to around here, around 3 Rs, and and this was pretty obvious. It didn't like have anything weird and all, but and I would have gotten out anywhere that it was around before 9:30 because today we had some big news, like two in fact. Let me just show you. We had a CPI at 3:30. At 8:30 we had three like the non-farm payment, the non-farm employment and unemployment rate. At the 10, we had ISM manufacturing PMI. So we had pretty impactful news, and it's around the election days. So I didn't want to stick too much. before the equity market opened, and I think I was pretty right. And yeah, that was a good trade. Got three R's out of it. Here is the thing here illustrated. And about my risk management, I think like I'm $250 at loss here, right? So another trade, and then I'm out of it. Then I could raise my risk a little bit, like move from 0.5 to move to like 0.75 or 1% even. But like I don't really care about the numbers here. I'm just trying to train my risk management model, my understanding of the charts. Um, I'm just trying to learn here. Well, I was gonna taper that first, but like it's not cutting it. I I did it. I did taper it. I I couldn't uh, do any videos here if I taper it because like what would I say? This is like with proof that I thought it's gonna happen and it's happened or did not. Um, Tapering, I I would just have a picture. Would say, yeah, I like this to happen, but it didn't, or it did. It's nice, but I like this form of journaling a bit more. I might taper it as well, but yeah, for now I'm doing this. And I wanted to mention something else. Oh yeah, my narrative. I thought it was gonna. Let me just go to 5 minutes, but it's a little bit easier. Otherwise, I thought it's gonna break the range from one point and go to the other point, and we had some sell side liquidities and relatively call lows as well, like around here again, like here, and it didn't. To my surprise, it went well beyond the initial break, which is interesting. I'm pretty sure it was because of the news and the liquidity open. Like here at the time, let's see here, we were about to do something over here, but we went back up again. So my narrative right now, what would it be? Hmm. So we blew this one. We still have this one, right? Whoa, Viva. We really don't have anything to go to here. Like there's nothing. What is this? What is? Mm, Let me just see if there's any gaps. There are any gaps. That is interesting. He came back to this gap and went up again. These gaps are crazy, I tell ya. So we could potentially move to this gap, but that's like far away. Like we have this fair value gap over here. Uh, and we have this fair value gap over here. So it's pretty hard for it. Oh, actually, it went through one of them. I would think that it's pretty hard to get to here, but here's what I'm thinking. Let me just see the daily chart as well. Let's see what should we expect. Um, I wouldn't mind for it to. Let me just check. Let me think. Okay, so I thought a bit, and um, we had two up candles and then this huge embark on the tech news and all stuff, and we went bearish, right? So I would see this candle as the TGIF candle. We moved 30 around 30% of the week, retraced the 30%, and yeah, I think it's done what it's supposed to do. Maybe go a little bit above, a little bit below, but I don't see it moving that much. Maybe no. I I don't think it's gonna hit the gap again. It's really far away. This is just too much. It might as well. Yeah, we have an volume imbalance over here as well. It might move to that in the short term. Maybe early in the week, next week. I don't. I wouldn't mind seeing hmm, a low. Like maybe this one. It's not relative. It's, I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing this candle go a bit above, like around here, even here, right? In the upcoming days, that is. We have election though. That's just what I'm thinking. And then we have a relative equal lows. Maybe move here. Then we can decide what to do from there. But yeah, the short term probably fill this fair value gap or something. Thanks for watching, guys who aren't there. This is basically for myself. And yeah, live long and prosper. Good luck.